It's also extremely hot in here, Tiger. I don't know how you live your life. Oi. 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 Oops. What is prizes? Oh, I can, I guess, show you guys this. I love these. I love concept art. I'm gonna look at this until Dilly gets back, or until Dilly gets back, until everybody gets here. You're all my Dilly. This is really cute. Aww. I like the Dragon's Lair, like, spin-off. I think that's a good idea. It's really cute. Oh, this is the layout. There's nothing on this one. Oh, this is the game counter. Oh, that's what we've been looking at from here. No, because then we'd have the ski, or the... Oh, this is concept art. Okay. It's cute. I really like that. Hey, what's up, Two Flower? Hi, friend. Nobody's here yet, so we're gonna just, like, chill until everybody gets here. We'll end current game. Oh, no. I'll look at that on my own. What's up, sinners? What's up? Time to finish the game? I hope so. If Dilly doesn't wake up before then. I'm also feeling very warm, but I'm thinking that's because I'm wearing my robe, and it's just warm. Yeah, that was it. Okay. Whew. Wow. I was boiling. Alright. Who's here? Not many. Well, wait. I don't mind. Because I want the people who wanted to see the end of this to actually be here. Hook me up. Hook me up, guys. Did it announce? I don't know if it did or not. It did. Alright. Everybody's still asleep. It is earlier than we usually start. I'm so tired. I'm the only one that wanted to see the end, and I'm here so we can proceed. You have my permission. Thank you, Sajid, for your permission. Wait, what's this? What is this? Why am I turning all these on? What is this controlling? What did I just do? Why is there a dip switch here? I'm a little upset right now. 3, 6, 5, 2? No? Did I find a puzzle? I'm not good at puzzles. Do you control Percy's heart with these? Alright. Fuck it. We're starting. I wanna see Percy naked. Let's go. There's a reason why I keep this save file here. It is the distant future year 2014. And... Oh, who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 2012. +1 at this rate. Hey, oh. I've had my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often that it feels like it could snap at any moment. Mired in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by an amazing time at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by the #PercyMarryMeOwell project, and now descending further due to a series of bad coincidences, culminating in a Pier 6 brawl in which I got shot. But today, I'm back to #PercyMarryMeOwell, and ready to work, despite being on crutches. Normally, I have to mentally filter out all the beeps and boops of a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I wanted to see on my grand return to our heroically taking a bullet to the leg. We're 3 days into the ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mrs. Defame, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin had filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. The only plus side, Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so-so. I mean, let's be real. It's poor chicked up. This entire situation is completely mud-kipped up. I put my fist through a wall in rage, if not for the fact I'd have to pay for the drywall replacement myself. Those damn kids and their gangled throwdown ruined everything. Oh, gangland. It's like gangled. What the hell does that mean? Even without Defame's nuclear review looming over us, we're still losing. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this. If we could only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk, with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty only for a week minimum, doctor's orders, I tried to mentally detangle this mess. Hey Iris, are we... Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Any luck with the security camera footage then? Anything we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone point blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped, and my file recover systems failed. I guess that's to be expected when going up against cyber criminals. Like, they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any of the articles I found about the attack. It's like they're ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they can clean their tracks very effectively. Yeah, I got that. We did see them in corporeal form, remember? At least the whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we just need to dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as the burden sinks into my lungs. And before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is. Even being down in the dumps, Percy's presence somehow managed to lift my spirits a little. Oh, Percy. I'm glad to have him by my side. I smile as he walked towards me.
Hello.
Hello, Izik. Good to see you up and about. I'm up, but hardly about. I'm probably glued to this stool all day long. There. Yes, well, it beats the alternative, isn't it? Plus, you get a nice view of the whole arcade. Although, a bit quiet in here today, isn't it? Yeah, I know. But we can turn this around. I know we can turn this around. Right, well, I don't mean to be a bother, but I wanted to talk to you about our financial situation, seeing as I'm bankrolling this affair and such. As soon as he mentions money, my chest tightens as I expect the worst. It's not an unreasonable thing to bring up, but can I deal with more bad news? I have more than half my fair share of wealth, but it's not bottomless, honestly. You could see the bottom even before I put a stake in #Pershing marry me.
Well.
Gavin and I have been going over the spreadsheets at our current rate. Well, I'm afraid we only have so much padding before we have to start considering options. Options like selling. I don't want to, believe me. But there's going to be a breaking point where we need to consider pulling out before our initial investment cannot be recovered. If only to ensure everybody involved in this affair doesn't go bankrupt. Arcane! Thank you very much for the follow. Everybody welcome Arcane. Give me some so nice. If only to ensure everybody involved doesn't go bankrupt. The knot in my stomach returns. The idea of completely draining Percy's finances while his plan for the money was to turn it into charity upon his death. Even if his investments, or even as his treatments worked and he survived, we ended up homeless together for something. Something of a grim thought, isn't it? Well, let's not dwell on the negative, shall we? No point in giving up the fight so soon after it begins. What we need is a plan to see how we can turn his ill fortunes around. What are our next steps? Next steps? I can barely take a step with these crutches. Honestly, I'm not sure what we can do next. I need time to think. By all means, think away. Give me 1 second, guys. And if all else fails, well, at least you still got your health. Hold on, that thought. We've got a customer. Well, hello, welcome to... Good morning. I think I'll be moving along now. Moopy to play and all. Remember your health, Izik, and try to avoid the stress in the next few minutes. I stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself that this is just a bad fever dream from my wound, but no such luck. This was 100% real. I watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. I see his eyebrow arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
Can't say I'm surprised in the slightest. Why would anyone want to come to such a meaty arcade when the premium Deco's Palace experience is available to them? I'd estimate you have, maybe a month at best before you close down. I'm looking forward to purchasing this land. Maybe I'll make it into a fun zone, or just a parking lot. He's such an asshole. Yes, a parking lot. I shall call it Keep Brony Memorial Parking Lot. It would be a fitting tribute. I'm not dead yet. You open an arcade in the middle of a gang territory. It's a reasonable assumption that you'll collect a few more bullets along the way. Nope, I can't handle this. Not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you need tokens, the change machine's over there.
A pity, is it not?
Tokens, how quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather, it resembles a 1987 junkyard in here, doesn't it? All these obsolete games that no one truly cares about. No.
I'm here to make one final offer. This is against my better judgment, given the bad blood between us. But let it not be said that Deco Nami is an unforgiving or cruel person. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities. You should count yourself lucky I'm even willing to do this. You get an opportunity few others who cross me are ever offered. If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around.
Stand idle? Like you have been?
You have my word on that.
That's not standing idle, you piece of shit. Okay, obviously I want to say no to the fabulous offer. But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future? Honestly, this is looking really shitty. No. I really, see, the thing is, I realistically know that this has no chance of working, but at the same time, I hate him. So, yeah. Of course I'm not going to give up. I mean, seriously, I had so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why should I bail this close to the end? Only if I get a $500,000 salary, 3 company cars, a Hollywood mansion, and my life of designer fragrance. My own line is designer fragrances. Let's do it. Blaziken, yeah. I'm ready to sell it completely. I do have a few terms and conditions, however. We're going to require, $500,000 a year, including stock options in Deco's Palace. I'll need some cars, the kind you only see in fancy 80s cop shows. A 50-room mansion with the majestic overlook of the ocean, servants to feed me grapes, my own TV and movie franchise about my amazing exploits. And if you could throw in, your kidneys, that'd be great too. Kidneys go for a lot on the open market. So deal? I'll take that as a no.
So be it.
I guess you'll just have to settle for buying a burnt-out husk of your business, once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you'll underestimate the damage being associated with the criminal element can do to Mr. Keeperoni. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, and I doubt the ghost monsters have forgotten you. They will return. And they will make matters worse for you. And immediately I take notice. Play it cool, don't let on. Just let the waters... Really, ghost monsters? I thought the gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something.
A foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters. They insist on naming themselves after that absurd ancient video game reference. Of all the childish, immature... He shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me. But enough banter. I believe I take my leave. I'll not see you again, Mr. Keeperoni. I'll let my lawyers handle purchasing what little remain from you. He just admitted to doing it. Because this isn't even the ghost monster's territory. Freaking dick. Once he's out of earshot, and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone and verify something. Iris, you checked all the news articles about the shooting, right? Oh yes, I've analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just confirm something to me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it seems Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. That's the chance we need. Admittedly, it's a slim chance, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. Oh, he's going by the fact that he knew who they were. That's even more concrete. Message everyone, I'm calling another Waketer conspiracy.
Hooray!
Oh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. I'll need everyone's help to fill gaping holes in my plan, but at least now, I have a plan. It's time for one last ditch effort to save #Percy Marry Me. Oh well. Packing everyone into the employee break room proved tricky, standing room only, elbow to elbow, but somehow we managed it.
Hi!
Hi everyone. Glad I could be here for this, whatever it is. Thanks for coming, Juniper. This is it. This is where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room at everyone, at all my friends, and I nodded to each of them, determinedly. Okay, I know things are rough, but I got, let's say, a good 68% of a plan for how we can turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened isn't our fault, yeah? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be traced back to them. The ghost monsters and Lovely Chainsaw may be to blame, but the part of the public opinion... Court... Wow, I can't breathe. Court of public opinion puts the blame squarely on our shoulders. Our venue is tainted by the actions. We can cry foul if we like, but if there's a chance of violence returning to our doorstep, it'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere where it's known to be dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today I learned what our true enemy is, and that person is Dekonami.
Pardon me?
Pardon, Dekonami? I don't follow. Yes, I'm rather miffed at what happened at the Funplex, but he's hardly to blame for our current woes, right? Earlier when he was taunting me, he slipped mentioning the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. The cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So how did Deco know about them? Answer: Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day.
What?
What, seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. How did you not see it sooner? Far too many coincidences to be otherwise. And the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Mrs. Defame showed up to bear witness. I can see what you're throwing down, Izik. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly. And then Mrs. Defame showed and...
Oh my!
Oh my gosh, wait. Do you think Mrs. Defame is involved? No. Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind she was showing up and took advantage.
What if?
But you don't think Deco would stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us, would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful old bastard. Of course he tried to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Mrs. Francine was out of some weird gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. But to Dekonami, Izik is basically pawn scum. Thanks. To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True. He wouldn't have needed to needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with a gang would have been awful. If Mrs. Defame reported us as a hotbed for teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it'd spell doom for even without those bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back. The problem is we have no proof of this, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Izik. I doubt he'd ever admit to this on record. Iverson hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, although there's our eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason that doesn't seem to be enough for the police. I know a few of the local cops, and I know how they think. If they're not looking into the ghost monsters, odds are they're actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly. Which admittedly doesn't help us in clearing the name. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us.
Come on!
That slimy bastard's not going to get away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. As amusing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Izik. Care to elaborate? Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it'll clear the good name of #PercyMarryMe or low. This plan is foolproof. I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once now. Okay, so this isn't really criticizing, but your plan kinda stinks. You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find, and then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money. Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your health insurance premiums are about to go through the roof, Izik. That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who ruined us, Deco and Sue. I'm confident that I can find Sue and talk to her. I can get her to see reason. It's true, Izik was willing to give them another chance and hear out their side of things before. Sue really seems to like hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. If there's some disagreement between her and Deco about the arcade, that could be why. Exactly. I think I can get through to her if I try. This hinges on our ability to find Sue, and an unfindable bunch of ghosts, ones Iris can't even track down. That's where you all come in. All options on the table. I want to hear your ideas on how to find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my brain and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. That's why we're concerned. This is the slimmest of hopes, the narrowest of margins, and I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. But I know this can be done, and I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for the final conflict. So, if we could just find her, for that I need their help, and that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. If we can't stop him, Deco's gonna ruin our dreams. Friends, we don't have a choice. The path to realizing our dreams lies in turning Sue's heart against Dekonami. We have to try. I know it's a risk, I know I'm reaching, and I might even be completely wrong, but we have to take a chance, and if we don't, then Deco will happily destroy us. We don't believe in following our spirit and making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money, and doesn't care about how he makes it. I won't let him do to the hashtag Percy marry me oh well, like he did to the Funplex. Please, all I need from you is your support. Will you help me? I told you that I would protect our dreams. That holds true even today. Yes, I'll help you. Together we can accomplish great things. I'm willing to fight for my own dream. I want hashtag Percy marry me oh well to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do it. That's the proper attitude, Izik. We will protect what we love together. Everyone nods in agreement. I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Thank you, Claire. Now to just determine how of the plan. Decision finding the ghost monsters.
Perhaps.
At risk of stating the obvious, why won't we talk to the police about this? They've proven unhelpful so far, but if we go down the station and fully explain our situation, we might be able to gain some information that we need. I feel this would be a reasonable, steady course of action. I'm not certain about showing up and asking for them to open their files for us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks. If you're looking to the ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. Clea is talking to the right people. I know most of the cops at Ben and Matt's Donuts shop by name, and I know one of our friendly officer that'll help us.
Nope, no way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who can got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies. Or rather, a chainsaw.
Ooh.
That's right, Queen Bee. We can ask the lovely Chainsaw Gang. They'll be easier to find, and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt we have on the ghost monsters, while their covers us with switchblades. Could go either way. Admittedly, this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. Plus, since Izik is staying behind, he won't get gunned down again. Okay? Delier. This whole situation is a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers? No thank you. Although the alternative I'm about to suggest may be stickier still. Izik first met the ghost monsters at Deko's palace, yes? The regulars there, so we can investigate Deko's palace and find someone who knows Sue by remains. If we can find a good friend of hers and make them understand why we need to speak with Sue, well, we're already on somewhat good terms with Sue, thanks to Izik remaining diplomat about all of this. We should keep that going. I'm pretty sure if I showed my face at Deko's palace, it'd get mashed into paste by his private security goons. But my face wouldn't. Deko doesn't know me. It was Funplex adjacent rather than Funplex regular. And he didn't pay much attention to me when I was attending that business dinner with you. I'd hazard I could join her without any issue. Yeah, we could slip in and ask about Sue without anybody noticing. I'd say this is kindly strategy that can be honest appeal to those who may know her. What could be more cordial?
Definitely.
If he's got a single friend in that place, I'll find him. It's a darling mission in enemy territory, but for you, Izik, I'll do it. What's up, Cat? What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas. I mean, well, you could try Googling for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep. I already used Yahoo, Bing, AltaVista, and WebCrawler. I have no idea what half of those are. Okay, but that's not really what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for arcade enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining the online communities lately, trying to open up like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms, but she's going to be lurking in one of those places. Wait, I know. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue's the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right?
It is you.
Of course. And with my help, we can establish fake accounts to spread the message so far and wide that she can't miss it. I'd suggest we use a public internet access point to keep it from being tracked back to hashtag Percy Marry Me, oh well, though. Ooh, road trip. Road trip! I can tell from Gavin wincing at this that it's not a fan. He's not a fan of Iris in general, so... I like this plan, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it just might work. Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after some shady things we've done is risky, so provoking a rival gang is armed hooligans, so is infiltrating Deko's palace, so is... Okay, posting a few troll messages isn't that risky, even how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars. But it could annoy Sue. What's the path forward? And before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand. All of these sounded great, but Izik, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city, chasing down rumors about ghost monsters. I'm just on crutches. I'm not in an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only. Doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution for this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do it for you. You had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're ootin' a boot, I guess I'll get some rest, and I'm ready for tonight. So I'm ready for tonight. Sound good? Sounds good. There. These are my friends. I trust them entirely. So now the only question is, which plan do I want to give Izik seal of approval? I mean, I like how they even give me an option to not do Percy's thing. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet, not involve the police or criminals, not troll the internet, just ask around for some of Sue's friends. What's up, Hitting Zero? Hey, Carl. Juniper, Percy, you two head off to Deko's palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire, at worst you get arrested for loitering around the place. Or you get your butts kicked by security, I guess. Right. We best move along then. You can count on me, Izik. That's right. You can count on me as always. Izik and I have been friends for years, and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by his side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by his side today. I'd be at Deco's palace looking for clues like a teenage mystery sleuth. But I was by his side in spirit. Izik is solving all these problems for his other friends at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble. All while I stayed on the sidelines. But now, it's time for Juniper's Day in the Sun. Or Juniper's Day under the fluorescent tube lighting, anyway. I've never been to Deco's palace before. I went to Las Vegas once, though, and this place is very much resembled a bad off-strip casino. Pulsating lights and flashing everywhere. And the constant chirps from the games, not to mention that heavy smell like greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I noticed you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time, but I prefer cooking proper meals, you know? She high qualities the thickness. Oh, she has the thickness. Yeah, she does. But the demographic of Deco's palace adores anything deep-fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So have you given any thought to how we'll track down someone who knows the elusive ghostly friends, then? Simple. It's process of elimination. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids of adults here. Or kids or adults here. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. Go find some young miscreants. We'll find our contact. So you're suggesting we wander up to a random dangerous-looking teenagers and just start asking them?
Correctamundo.
It's foolproof. I think I may have a bit more scientific method in mind. When I visited Deco's palace with Izik, I spotted someone resembling Sue playing this arcade version of Moopy. Of course, I didn't know at the time who the young lady was, but if she's a fan of Moopy, perhaps one of the other friends might be as well. When seeking out a ghostly individual, first check their usual haunting grounds, I say. Ooh, smart thinking. Okay, you hang around Moopy, I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me if you hit pay dirt.
Seeing ya.
Very well, I'll be in touch. What is this? Never made this before special. The old moldy diet water. Diet water is $9.99. Stinky drinky, literally just napkins in a cup, $10. God damn it. And then an hour passed with nothing. I asked around, but either nobody had heard of Sue, or they kind of wanted to keep quiet. They kind of went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. Thought about, like, chasing down some of her folks who seem to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Music makes this sort of thing look easy. I thought we could just roll up and down Deco's palace, find someone who looked like cyberpunky, and get the info, bing bang boom, done. Instead, I'm nursing a watery iced tea at a soda fountain and poking at a basket of french fries after complaining about the greasy junk food, of course. Well, do you? Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So can I ask you if you wanted a refill on your iced tea? Oh, no, I'm good. Hey, do you know a young woman named Sue by any chance? About this tall, lavender hair, likes Moopy? I have the other customers to attend to, excuse me. Well, poop butts. Maybe I've struck out. I'll admit I don't have much of a plan going into this one. I never have much of a plan, really. If Izik hadn't suggested switching careers, I'd still be stuck filing papers and stamping envelopes and sorting mail. I'm still not sure if I'm on the right path, but at least it's a path, right? I think that's why I admire Izik. Okay, so he needs a nudge now and then to get moving, but once he does get the lead out, nothing stands in his way. I need to get that kind of energy if I'm going to succeed today. I need to not just sit on my butt eating french fries. I gotta get out there and make this happen. Notification from my phone snatched my attention just as I was going off the bar stool. Possible lead. Meet me at Moopy Game. This is it. My time to shine. Let's make it happen, Juniper. It takes seconds for me to get here, but I can see Percy standing near some weird touchscreen version of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, which is being played by a little kid standing on a step stool.
I did it! I did it!
And if you hit the button, it makes the wizard man eat all the dots. Impressive. Got a wonderful timing, Miss Tia.
Thank you.
Thanks, mister. Thank you for showing me the spinny color game at the party, even if it was super boring. Oh, it's that little girl that we helped. Oh my god. What are the freaking odds? Dude. Miss Tia? It's my friend, Miss Juniper. Juniper, Miss Tia, was telling me about all her best friends, Miss Sue.
What?
She was?
Definitely.
I mean, yes, I see. Sue, right. Okay, this isn't what I expected. I figured any kind of a friend of Sue's had to be some rough and tumble punk, not like a cute little package of smiles and sunshine. How does the leader of a gang of thugs end up friends with a kindergartner? Still, this was my chance to go for it. Let's see. How would Izik handle introductions? It's Tia. It's Terry. Very simply, I hope we can be friends. Okay, time to put this years of babysitting practice to good work. Hello, Miss Tia. I'm Miss Juniper, and I'm very pleased to meet you. I hope we can be friends.
Hello.
I like making friends, unless you steal people's prize tickets. Those people are no good. I wasn't planning to. Okay, then we'll be friends. So, how do you know Miss Sue? Oh, Miss Tia was telling me about her brother. That her brother is the chap known as Inky. I see. Is he around right now? Last thing we need is for one of those ghost monsters to notice us interrogating his sister for information. No, I'm here with my big sister, but she's bored and went off to talk with her friends and drink milkshakes. We came to this arcade lots and lots. My brother usually ignores me too, but Miss Sue is always very nice to me and tells me great jokes. And she loves Moopy. She can make the wizard man eat all the dots every time. She taught me how to do it.
Yay!
You just gotta kick the game right here, and it'll look all funny for a moment, and then munch, 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 eat the dots right up. I see. Well, Miss Tia, I was hoping to talk to Miss Sue today. Do you know where she is? Or maybe your brother?
It's a secret.
I'm not supposed to tell nobody. Miss Sue said it was a secret. Okay, Juniper. Time to use those powers of persuasion. What would Izik do in this situation? I want to be friends with Miss Sue, too. I wish I could tell the whole truth and be honest like Izik, but I'll have to be careful, too. Miss Sue sounds like a great person. I'd really love to be friends with her, too. She knows a lot about games, right? Yep, Miss Sue knows all about... everything about every game. All of them. I'd really like to talk to her about her arcade. She visited my favorite arcade recently, but it hasn't come back since then. I just want to talk to her about the arcade. And I promise you, I can keep a secret, too. All I want to do is talk. I won't hurt her or anything.
BFFs for life.
I understand that you want to protect your friend. That's great. You're a great friend. And we'd like to be great friends too. I don't know. Okay, I'm feeling very weird about tricking a little girl at this point. Izik sent us here so we could be friendly and diplomatic. Even if it'd be super easy to dupe this kid, I should be a little more honest. Miss T, the thing is...
Ooh.
Someone's being very mean to my friend, Mr. Izik, and we're hoping Miss Sue can help us. That's really why we want to talk to her. We want to be friends with Miss Sue so she'll help us against a bully. Maybe she won't want to help, but we have to try. Mr. Izik believes in being kind to people. That's why he sent us here. To find someone who's friends with Miss Sue, so we can make all of it better again. Would you be willing to help us? If you don't want to, that's okay, we understand. Mr. Izik? He and Mr. Percy tried to help me when I lost all my tickets. I was so sad that day, but they helped me not feel bad anymore. And you seem really nice, Miss Juniper, so... Okay, if you're going to be nice to Miss Sue, I'll tell you. And that's an really old arcade where my brother and Sue and her friends all hang out. It's not too far from my home, and it's got so many games in it. Percy gets his phone shut and starts to figure out the address based on the description of the area. He must be relieved to out of the spotlight as he translates from the little girlies to workable mappies. Hey Eureka, how you doing? It says here there's a warehouse owned by Nostalgic Commodities. It's a super big house with one huge room, a really tall ceiling, and stairs and stuff.
Quite good.
Sounds accurate. Very well. Shall we depart? I'm sure Mr. Izik is eager to make friends with Miss Sue. Since we're friends and stuff, you know, Sue isn't really her name, right? It's not her whole name, I mean.
It's a secret.
But her name is a secret, so I can't ask this poor girl to divulge any more secrets. I already feel a bit weird about this. But she motions for me to kneel down anyway, so she can whisper. Her name is... Wow.
Pardon me?
Pardon. Okay, gotta find my big sister, bye. What's that about? I think I just figured out a lot of what's going on. I'll tell you on the way back to her. Hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. Not only did we learn where Miss Sue was hiding out, but we may have just been handed a heck of a plot twist. I can't wait to get home and divulge this info to Izik. And now that I think about it, I'm glad I can help out my BFF. Izik means a lot to me. We've been friends for years, and hopefully for many more years to come. All we have to do is get past this teensy-weensy little bump in the road, right? Just like stop megalomaniacal arcades are from ruining all our hopes and dreams, using nothing more than a secret address and a name. What's up, Dooms? There's everybody. I was wondering where everybody went. Like, wow. I'm betting he will want Percy at his side when they confront Sue, of course. And that's okay. I've had enough excitement for one day. I just hope that I did everything to give Izik the winning edge, or it will be game over for us all. I awakened the sounds of pain, more specifically the groans of pain escaping my own throat. Apparently, getting shot in the leg hurts. Hurts a lot. And sleeping on the second-hand employee couch, probably not the finest choice for us. The nap was a definite necessity, however. I'm not operating at full speed anymore, and won't for a few weeks to come, but sleep didn't make my muscles any less achy. If anything, I've got a headache on top of it, and joy of joys. But right now, I've got 99 problems and my physical condition ain't one. The fate of hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, is what matters most.
Beep,
beep. Beep, beep, Izik. You should probably be getting up now. I'm up. Goody. So have you given any thought to how you're going to win over Sue's favor? Once you confront her? Well, usually I just sort of stumble through these things and decide stuff, like on the fly.
Ooh.
That's no good. You know, these intense identity situations have been tracking. The ones where you can't take certain approaches that don't mesh with your personality. Well, like, what if I can't go from broke if I'm a cautious kind of person? Well, it's not so much that you can't, more that you shouldn't try something that goes against who you are as a person. People will see right through it. And I'm betting Sue will know if you play acting at something you aren't. This will be a super intense identity situation. Only one way through. When the time comes, you're going to have to take a stand based on your highest personality score. Not more numbers and systems. It's for your own good, Izik. I'm just trying to help you make decisions on how to save hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. And that means being true to your spirit. I think I'm still lovey-dovey. What the book? Actually, I should probably save. And what does that mean exactly? According to my calculations right now, your best bet for how to convince Sue is to be kindly. You've done a great job opening your heart to others and getting them to empathize with you. Do that with Sue, and she'll be your friend in no time. And if I don't want to take that approach, it's a bit late to change who you are as a person, Izik. Remember, my numbers and scores only help me understand who you are. Who you are is who you've chosen to be. It's a casual relationship. But with the help of your friends, you can maybe get some ideas, nudge things a bit until you feel confident in taking a different tactic than your usual one. Speaking of your friends, here's one now.
Hello, hello.
Wakey, wakey, love. I'm pleased to report a successful sortie against the enemy. God damn it. Could you use less war metaphors that are scary? We made the right call, looking for Sue's friends. She seems to have a soft spot for children. Ice Girl told us how to find her. I'm afraid there's an additional wrinkle, however. True, we have their location, but we also have Sue's real name. I'm guessing it's not Sue. Oh, it's certainly Sue. Tsunami. What? Wonderful. I like the pun, but it doesn't change the doesn't change the issue. We've been assuming all along that the ghost monsters were guns for hire paid by Dekonomi to ruin our opening day. But if Sue is actually Deko's daughter, I'm gonna need to be very, very careful. I was assuming I could sway Sue to my side through my oratory skills. I mean, we talked our way out of countless problems to date without issue. And having Dekonomi be family changes the entire picture. No amount of logic and reason is going to break through the bonds of blood. I'm going to need to be very careful about how I approach this. Okay, this changes everything. Sticky situation just got stickier, huh? The foul fellow is your father.
Rather unfortunate.
Truthfully, I'm not sure if this changes our plans. I'd sooner eat glass than backstab my mom and pa, honestly. Personally. Still, we do what we must, yeah? You and I will deal with this new wrinkle when the time comes. Coming with you, of course. You'll need someone with a car to haul you out there, yeah? Pretty sure the bus doesn't have a stop marked Gangtory, no. But you've already put your life on the line for this arcade once. Somewhat literally. I'll not let you do so again. If it turns violence, I'm getting you out of there, understand? You mean too much to me, to allow a repeat episode of opening day. And it goes for you too. Don't risk your life. I'd rather neither of us risk our lives. If it comes to that, I agree. We run for it. It'll mean potentially abandoning hashtag Percy Marry Me, well, to its fate, but indeed, we must keep our heads about us in this matter.
Well,
it pains me to say this, but it's just an arcade, Izik. Mean more to me than this place, or Moopy, or damn near anything, honestly. I want us to have long, happy lives together. No matter the misfortune, we'll have that, I promise you. Let's try to avoid any misfortune. If we play the situation right, we can come out on top. Iris told me that I only get one chance at this. I need to go with whatever I do best. Let's save real quick. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. Percy, how do you think we should approach Sue? Carefully, gently, and with kindness. Given we're aiming to split her from her father's side, we need to be very diplomatic and understanding of her feelings. It's the only way forward, I feel. Let's consider her feelings. It's going to be difficult, to be sure, but if we can connect to her at an emotional level, maybe we can sway her to our side. Agreed. It's the best way to move forward, really. Now then, sort out any final business, and we'll head on to face this together. I'll just get the car ready. Take your time. Oh, this is it. Either we sort this out, or hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, crashes and birds. Or I get killed. I guess it's always an option, considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but well... If this is the end, I should always have some words with my friends before I march towards them, or towards doom. If only to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grabbing the crutches, I thump swing my way to the arcade proper to track down some folks. Let's see, I've already talked with Percy. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to leave. Percy's the only man for me. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that I wanted to. You're all nothing to me. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just laying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this. Just stone cold blowing them all. Percy is all I need. For the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, itself. I take Percy's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to part and face our destiny together. Short trip across town, and before we knew it, we're sitting outside Ghostbusters headquarters, a rundown warehouse on the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated. Not a particularly welcome locale, is it? I doubt they'll invite us in for tea either. How would anyone want to live in such a squalid hole? Can you think of a better place for the street gang to remain low? Odds are Deco owns the building anyway. Correct. Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is wholly owned and subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Lovely. Well, once more into the breach, eh? I have faith in your success. I'll largely stay quiet, let you handle the talking. But if I spot a moment where I can aid in your victory, I'll speak up. Shall we play then? I sigh once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going into this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down from my crutches, armpits resting on the pads as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey, listen.
What, Navi? Iris? Kind of about to go in the middle of something here. I know, and I've spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric which would be useful to your mission. I call it the incredibly right indicator of success, or IRIS for short. Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way, you get to know on your right track, or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently, you have 0.0 chance of success. Yay. Well, okay, it's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like, if I walked in right now, I'd fail miserably, instead of, I'm doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured to mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Yeah, let's save. Backed up to your data, good luck. Taking a deep breath, I swing my way into the warehouse, on my crutches, with my companion beside me. I am with Percy. I can't fail. This is actually pretty cool. Oh, that one's not doing so well. I don't know what I expected to find in entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of the warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense though. A place where old arcade games go to die. Turns to a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting burned in. It's a maze. For the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor, in the catwalks. They seem distracted. That's good news. Bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate.
How unfortunate. I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from here, hidden in the shadows. But it sounds like the old man's ranting on his daughter about usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some more information, or I could announce myself and barge in the room. Both are risky. But it makes sense, the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though. Let's eavesdrop. Motion for Percy to stay quiet, as we lurk in the shower below the catwalks above. You should be out there doing what you agreed to do, not hiding away in your clubhouse. A clubhouse I pay the rent for, I should add. You ought to keep your little playground, yeah? Hard for me to do if some competitor rises to hurt my bottom line.
Pay attention.
Look at me when I'm talking to you, Sue. I'm trying to explain how the world works. Pay attention. Yes, Dad. It's hard to tell from this angle, but I could swear she said that through gritted teeth. There's a certain forced tone to it as well.
Am I not generous?
I don't ask for much, I feel. I look the other way when you and your friends cause trouble. I bail you out of jail. I let you skip school as often as you want. All told, I feel I've been lenient. A lenient father who understands and appreciates his daughter's inclinations. Like you know the first tributarious thing about me. What was that? Speak up, I can't hear you. And don't look to your little friends, look at me. Reluctantly, Sue's eyes met with her father's. Yes, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad.
You understand, yes?
All I want from you is so very, very little. It's what you'd be doing anyway, really. And back there and keep causing trouble. Back there and keep causing trouble for hashtag Percy marry me. Oh, whoa. Don't you really want me to pull back my support for your little gang? Leave you twisting in the wind, at the mercy of the cybercrime task force. Of course not, Dad. Sorry, Dad. I think I'm going to understand the situation. I'm starting to understand the situation. She's under his thumb, but not by choice, and she hates it. Now then. Why haven't you finished the job? Oh, come on. I almost Derek Scalabrining died thanks to invading lovely Chainsaw Turf. If we go back there, I mean, your excuses, Sue. I thought you were made of stronger stuff than that. Some delinquents are chasing you away. Really? How are you going to eventually inherit my empire if you can't stand up to some school brats? Like, I want your damn empire.
Pay attention.
Speak up, I said. Quit looking at the floor. And we lock eyes through the metal grate flooring she's standing on. Her hands go to her hips in overly confident fashion as she bends over, like a child finding a lucky penny on the sidewalk. Well, 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 what do you know? Crap, she spotted us. Inky, Blinky, we have guests. She snaps her fingers, a sudden aura of command about her as she's distracted from the verbal beatdown by her father, and goons swarm, flanking us. Goon quickly hustled up the stairs, well, as quickly as I can manage in crutches. Now's the time to use the moment to our advantage, and I know just what to say. Damn it! Damn it! It's an odd welcome mat, but I'll take it. Sue, Deco, good to see you. Apologize for barging in at this late hour. But you're a little difficult to track down, I found. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. Just pick whatever. We know you were going to fail already anyway. Wow, Sajda. It hurts. Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online... Jeez, Dad, relax. Relax, Clyde. On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadows, their fingers dancing over the phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones, one is an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking the outgoing data streams. There could be no verifiable data evidence from this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Izik Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack his account if you need me to, so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with Mr. Kiproni is already concluded. My nose, goddammit. I was more than courteous to you, and you spat in my face. It's clear we'll never see eye to eye, and I have nothing more to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing is everything. How did you...
Well, well, well. You're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out. I was hoping I'd see you again. You run a great arcade. You treat me and my friends with respect, and you take a bullet from me? Class. That's a class operation there. I can be totes honest with you when I say I didn't want to ruin your arcade. It rocks. All that snazzy neon, all those great games, all that fun. I didn't want to trash your big moment, but, well...
She casts a sidelong glance at her father.
Didn't exactly have a choice, did I?
I didn't want to come back and cause you more trouble after that, so I stayed away, figuring I'd done what I could, or had to do, and could leave it at that. But you didn't finish the job. Hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, it still stands. Not that it matters, I suppose, nor does this little last-ditch effort to save it. I see your game, Mr. Kiproni. It's obvious as the sad little strategic moves you made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you do or say will save hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, from inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. And now, Sue, it's time for you to finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm her tension. I step forward with my fist clenched, ready, but before the words escape me, someone was by my side. Honestly, Mr. Nami, we could stand around tossing insults back and forth all night, but that doesn't change one fact. We're not standing in the middle of Deco's palace. This is Sue's home, not yours. She's the one with the real power in this scenario.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
Oh my god, this is so much freaking blackmail material on him. The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes. But they don't utter a word to move against Echo. And clearly want to be pounced, but hold themselves back.
But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh,
What's up, sir?
and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense.
Listen, Dr. Hammond.
In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all.
God.
You can't
I kind of want
stop
to push
that.
him off.
You can't fight it, and you can't win.
Can win if you're dead.
Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Fine. Inky, Pinky, bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures her buddies to make us into street pizza. That's it. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. I have no idea what to say. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core, who I've become as a person. It's time for Izik Brony to pull out the most rabbit out of a hat. Aww. She actually crossed them out for me. You're stronger than him, Sue. You don't need Deco, he needs you. And I can help you see that. This feels wrong, Sue. I'm not talking about kicking us out or kicking us around. I'm talking about you taking orders from him. Sure, your recent interactions, I've come to know you in your heart. You love arcades, but you're also working for someone who loathes them, while doing his dirty laundry. If you hear me out, I know I can help you see that too. You're stronger than Deco. You don't need him. He needs you. But if you'd rather mash me into pace, well, I stand on one foot, arms wide, to make it a bit easier for her. Do as you wish. Are you quite done babbling it?
A foolish fool.
Get this over with, Sue. I'm done dealing with this fool. Feel. And yet, Sue's holding up a hand to stop the two goons. She was about to sick on us. What are you waiting for, young lady? I said get rid of him. It's just babbling, right? So who cares, specifically? Why do you care, Dad? You afraid if Izik will say something you don't want your dear daughters to hear?
I
Or
run
daughter
the
to
show,
hear?
not you.
Well, I want to hear this out. And if you don't want to hear it, nobody's keeping you here, old man. What? Shh. Adults are talking. Deco's visibly seething. But Sue's clearly taken the floor. Deco crosses his arms in defiance, but opts let his daughter continue. Okay, Izik, okay. You've got a temporary reprieve from my boys making you into Picasso. Say what you came to say, but if I'm not, like, super duper incredibly totally swayed by your amazing charisma, you're out the door, possibly the window. This is it. My chance to convince Sue. I have to do this. It's not just me. I have Percy beside me, lifting me up. I look over at my love. My heart, I smile. Take it from the humble fellow. Izik has the charisma to spare. I have come to know him and his heart. It beats true. I'm pure. You may think it's a sentimental fool, love-struck and blind, but if you're any faith in human decency, believe me when I say Izik has your best intentions in mind. Huh, okay. You know, contrary to my status as a cyber outlaw, I'm not a bad person. I like to think people are basically cool unless you push them.
Quite good.
Glad to hear it. Okay, buddy, let's hear it. I want nothing but the milk of human kindness spilling from your lips. Well, that was a really, really gross metaphor. Ugh. Deep breaths, count to 10. Refocus myself. I slow my racing pulse, bring this down to something here more heartfelt, more personal. I have to connect with Sue, empathize with her. This isn't just being a bit convincing. I need to befriend her and lay a bare emotional truths to her heart. I glance at Iris on my phone screen, who simply shrugs. We're entering far more subtle territory. Can't really rely on her to tell me what responses may or may not work. It's time to be the best I can be on my own. You're back to your arcade. Offer her a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. Appeal to her love of arcades. You love arcades. You've got pixels in your heart, Sue. I mean, you got this place. It's amazing. You've built in one heck of an arcade here. Also, your friends have fun. A fun place to relax and enjoy themselves. It's not that great. A lot of games here are busted. Seriously. You think you can appeal to her love of these pieces of garbage?
Such a shame.
The only reason she has any of these games is because I couldn't find space in the landfill for them. They're my cast-offs. What's the love?
Wrong.
Damn it, Dad, they're not junk. When I was a kid, I used to love going to your arcades. Bring your daughter to work day was a treat. I got to have fun and enjoy all these great games. I felt special, like I was a special kid, but because my daddy ran the arcade, I felt good. Like you were this amazing person I would look up to. But then you went and started throwing them out and replacing them with Typhlosioning slot machines and mobile game ports. Sensing he's losing her, Deco switches tactics.
Am I not generous?
And I gave you the games you loved, see? They're all down there, instead of throwing them out. I gave you a very generous gift, as my beloved daughter. It's not going to be enough to just say she loves games. I have to take down a peg. No, when did you stop looking up to him? You used to look up to him. When did that change, Sue? Was it just because he threw out games, or was it something more? It's not like he was always a jerk. No, I take that back. He was always a jerk, I just couldn't see it. Because I was a tiny little girl mystified by her arcade-owning daddy. I don't think he was any one thing, I just grew up. I grew up fast and hard. Starting using my skills to get myself things he wouldn't get me. Waste of money, he said. And when he caught me with a stolen credit card, I was expecting a lecture of punishment. Father trying to set his daughter on the right path. But he encouraged me, said nobody in this world mattered, and if I could take something, I had a right to take it, to rely on myself. You know what, Dad? You're an organic banana, and you taught me just to be like you. That's what changed. I couldn't look up to him anymore, and I couldn't look up to myself either. That's not... One heck of a breakthrough. 99.97%. God damn it. That was cute. One heck of a breakthrough. It'll help me true, but I'm glad she can see it for herself too. Offer her a place to stay if Deco kicks her out. You're not alone. Just let me be clear about this. The reason you won't side with me because over your father is you're worried he'll burn you, kick you out of his home, abandon you on the street. Let's put that aside a question of whether holding such a threat over your head indicates a loving father or not. I mean, it doesn't, but if what you need is a place to stay to avoid being homeless, I'll offer my home. What, seriously?
Bad idea, friend.
I wrecked your arcade,
Bad idea.
and now you offer me 3 hots and a cot? I'm generous like that. Well, she could stay with me. If it comes to that. Clyde, seriously? I wouldn't want to put you out. My parents like you. I like you. Ooh. And they understand your situation. Please don't feel like you have no options. You've got your friends. You've got me. Just think about it, okay? Please? I wouldn't actually drive her out of my home.
You understand.
That was just
Yes.
a figure of speech. I'm saying that I am her provider. And the reason she's able to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure you meant what you said. You threatened me with all the dire consequences and disobedience, more times than I can count, and I'm getting sick of it. So I don't think you can hold that over my head any longer.
Think about this.
This would be a mistake, Sue. Think about more than the roof over your head can be sleeping under. I can protect you in ways that you cannot provide for yourself. Or provide for you in ways that you cannot provide for yourself. Beyond food and clothing and a place to stay, legal protection, notably, I keep you off various radars, make sure my enemies aren't aware you exist. You're safe under my wing. Oh, definitely. But maybe I just don't care anymore. Maybe I'd rather flame out and pick up with your cinnamon bagel. Sounds like she's starting to get through his supposed generosity good. I don't think flattering her ego is very appropriate. And honestly, I don't know her well enough to invoke the power of friendship. Fine, I'll invoke the power of friendship. Something I've been paying close attention to as we spar back and forth like this. The ghost monsters. They're trying to be unreadable, just part of the background noise of the scene. But I can read them. Clyde especially is looking like they're holding back a lot of feelings. Okay, I can see that. They obviously don't like the dad. So, do you think that without Deco, you'd be alone? What about them? I gesture to the three supremely buff dudes and the nervous-looking individual accompanying them, all in their color-coordinated clothes. I think you're forgetting the ghost monsters. They're more than a gang, they're your friends. I really don't think they're bad guys, especially after this point. They'll support you if Deco won't. If he tries to burn you, they'll stand in the flames. You've got the power of friendship on your side, whereas your father doesn't have a friend in the world, and needs to rely on you. What? This smattering of thugs and children? You think they can keep her out of jail? You think they can feed her, clothe her? Laughable. I'd do that. I don't care if it takes my whole allowance, or I have to get a real job. I'd help her if you won't. Clyde, this isn't... No, Sue, please, listen to me. I don't like speaking up, and your dad, he scares me. But Izik is right. We're your friends, and we'll be here for you, right? Rascal, yeah! Ghost monsters ride or die. 20th century television sitcoms teach us that a group of self-chosen friends are the new family structure of America, according to many critical studies. So please, don't feel like you'd be alone. If you choose to side with Izik, you won't be. Clyde shifts embarrassedly, averting their eyes to the ground, shuffling their feet. It's like they really want to say something, but can't find the courage within. Oh, this is ridiculous. So, friendship is irrelevant. What matters is power, and your friends have none. Do you really want to trade a powerful ally for a weaker one? As much as I hate to give into some silly cartoon notion of friendship and conquering, oh well, I'm a ghost monster.
Ghost monsters for life!
Ride or die, we are ghost monsters for life. Sue and Clyde exchange a fist bump before Clyde steps back to join the friends. Absurd, simply absurd. Let's just go. Hey Sue, you like hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, right? I offered you a second chance before. It still stands. I'd welcome you and your friends returning to enjoy our games. It's not like you wanted to hurt us. If you agree to stop pushing Deco's agenda by messing with hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, you can swing by anytime you like. I'll even comp you some tokens. Is that good? Absolutely. Except for, you know, the small problem of the Lovey Chainsaw Gang in wait to finish the job and pull me in dirt. I'm afraid that couple bucks in tokens won't go real far after paying for my funeral. I appreciate the offer and all, but honestly, if I wanted to come back, I'd come back, band or not. There's a bigger things in play than what I want, though. But she raised his hand, shutting me down. Done talking about this. We're done. Oh, I'm fine. Damn. Honestly didn't think that would work. But she shut me down so fast that she'd want me to push any harder. Or I can change another, get in other words. Sue waves her hands, interrupted me. Okay, enough.
Man, this sucks.
I'm sick of all this talking. It's time for action and it's time for decisions. You made your case, Dad, and so have you, Izik. He wants to protect me and use me. It's patently obvious at this point, but maybe the cost of turning back on him is too high. Well, Izik wants me to throw it all away just because it's the right thing to do. As for me, what do I want? How do I want this to play out? This is it. Moment of truth. Did I convince Sue to abandon her father? Did we save #Percy marry me, oh well? Or was this all for nothing?
You know what? You, Dad.
Holy shit.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard me. Your poor f***ing excuse for a father and your so-called enemy really opened my eyes about that. Oh, don't get me wrong. You've got money and power. You could crush me like an ant, yeah? Yeah. And I don't think I care anymore. I'm tired of living in your shadow and under your thumb. I'm tired of living with you. As of today, we're done. I'm cutting unhealthy like you from my life. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out. And believe you me, that's a lot of extremely filthy deeds.
You can't do this.
Not to mention if she's a minor and he forced her to do all of it, that's corruption of minors and she wouldn't be believed.
I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris. Would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. And from my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor. And
Yeah, I was
black
just
on
about to
me.
say.
And once I do my hair in pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
No. That's impossible. You said that you blocked all recording devices. No, she said she blocked all outgoing... This couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening this whole time. Go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. I've uploaded the press kit based on our Dekonami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN, Esports Center, and HGTV. HGTV. Home and Garden Television. I figured 2 guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or 2 in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky, Blinky. Yeah, boss. Show my father the door, gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! No! This is completely unacceptable! I am your father! I'm Dekonami! I am the arcade business!
Inky and Blinky easily restrain Deco in their arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. Hi, arcade business. I'm Dad. I need it. Did you seriously just dad joke my dad? Damn right I did. That's sweet.
You impudent, insignificant little...
You're still there? You're still here? Not for long.
I haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still...
The ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight has lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting, so to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Aw, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe just practice batting my eyelashes at Weak-Willed's jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Alright, Izik, you're still here. Oh, you, I knew you were kind of special. Knew it from day one. If the heat ever cools off and we make amends with the lovely chainsaw, we might pop by your arcade, play some games, not stir up any
I'll
trouble.
keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
You're a terrible person, but whatever. Yeah. We're also triangle and circle. We're square, circle, rhombus, and octagon. We're both up and down, left and right, BA square. God damn
Sweet.
it.
Well, it's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? From defeat to victory, all in such a short time. It's enough to make your head spin. The speed at which life with you seems to move. I, for one, will welcome life quieting down some. A long stretch of days, years, perhaps, in which you and I can enjoy our lives without so much hassle.
And you'll live to see those glory days. Or glory years, no
Yeah.
doubt.
I think I'm ready to live a full and proper life with you. I love you.
I feel death flags, right? The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning, we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention. Mr. Keeproni, is it true that Dekonami organized a gang to hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that, oh my god, Belly, stop rumbling, involved an international counterfeit plush doll prize ring? What is your relationship with the ghost monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. DeFame's article about the incident, praising your professionalism? You gave so many interviews that day I lost my voice. Fortunately, Percy was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami is now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic, we were still investigating these claims, the court of public opinion had decided. Deco's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came at a press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment. Furthermore, What? No! Unhand me immediately! You... I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Largely a line of hokum. But it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deco's influence all the same. Who knows? Maybe Sue's ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. The Deco's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire he established is still out there. It's still powerful, still still tacky as heck. It's still a menace to the small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows? Maybe one day, the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. We stayed true to our roots, running a classic arcade, just as Percy and Naomi wanted. No frills, no muss, no fuss. It'll never be profitable enough to really give any large arcade give any large arcade a run for the money, and Gavin sometimes pull his hair out trying to keep us in the green. But we're here, we're still having fun, and our games are the best. But the arcade in the end is less important than the people who call it home. Without his heart condition threatening to cut his life short, Percy felt less rushed to accomplish his life's goal in conquering Mr. Moopy. And yet, he toppled the score in less than a year later anyway.
Finally! 4.5 million points. You have no idea how much my feet hurt right now. Worth it, love. Absolutely worth it.
I'm proud of you, Percy. Both for the score and for how far you've come.
A full and healthy life in front of me. Never thought I'd see the day, and yet, here we are. All thanks to you.
I just hoped I helped you along the way, Percy. You pulled yourself back from the edge, so now that you've finished Mr. Moopy, what's next? What's next was carefully entering his sister's initial into the high scoreboard.
And now, I live the rest of my life. It's funny, I hadn't put thought to what I'd do after Moopy, but with you at my side, I feel like I can do anything.
Aww. And for those years ahead, we do just that. Anything and everything. Together. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually became more and more like their users. It seems my empathy has rubbed off on Iris. With my influence, she's grown quite a bit.
I hope that one day, humans will see us as friends and allies. All I've ever wanted was to embrace kindness and understanding. And thanks to you, I've learned so much.
Would you believe it? Gavin and Naomi ended up dating. Figured. Both of them were a bit distant from each other at first, but I guess everything we did together helped them come out of their shells a bit, and realize neither of us was an enemy. And they argue from time to time, usually about games and profit margins. But there's a mutual dream they share of a wonderful arcade where they can both be happy, and I'm proud to have played even a small part in helping them find that dream. Naomi formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her make a safe place to get to know others, and to be part of a crowd on her own terms. And Gavin took the more advantage of the fall of Deco's Palace to make hashtag Percy marry me, oh well, the hottest new arcade destination on the block, using his excellent business skills. I know we're something of an odd couple, but that's okay. We're both odd people. We've never really done anything the normal way to begin with. Oddities we may be, but there's nothing odd about my love for you. I'm so honored to be by your side, Naomi. Ashley continued to be our mascot, main floor attendant, by day at hashtag Percy marry me, oh well. Customers grew accustomed to seeing her smiley face when they came through the doors. As we grew and got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's hashtag Percy marry me, oh well costume. The more people wanted to see the mascot on shirts, mugs, and body pillows even. Percy body pillows. And I just printed up another batch of hashtag Percy marry me, oh well hoodies. These things were selling like hotcakes. That was such a fantastic idea, Izik. Customers just couldn't get enough. Oh, and I just started working on the pattern for another mascot that we should reveal soon. Maybe I'll even get you to model it for me one day. Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. Really proud of you, you know? You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it. You did it. You made it happen. And I'm lucky to be even a small part of that. I assume her hashtag Percy Marry Me Oboe mascot costume is just a Percy costume with a giant paper mache head. Dreams. There's dreams that I want. Then a stray bullet strikes Percy. How dare you, Dooms? I'll hold a boombox with Total Eclipse of the Heart blasting out. God damn it. Hey, I'll take your credit if you want to. Just call me Juniper, the life coach. And you know, I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully later rather than sooner, though. I was expecting a scenario where Percy dies early and we only have the arcade and we just have to make peace with it. And I think that would have also been a good ending. Sad, but a good ending. I would have cried like a bitch. When the 4 Heavenly Knights invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly snatched up the opportunity. It's always been her calling. It's been a lot quieter in hashtag Percy Marry Me. Izik just wants to cry. Wow. Percy Marry Me, oh well, since she left. Whenever she's playing in a major tournament, we always show the matches. She never mentions us in her championship speeches. I guess we were just step on her ladder for success. Teo kept the Showtime stage scene alive here at hashtag Percy Marry Me, oh well, till he got offered a job as their regional community manager. Teo put his crewmate D in charge here, as he set off traveling and organizing dancing tournaments around the world. He's doing what he loves, connecting with all sorts of people. Guess he just never connected enough with anyone here to stay around. Wonder if he'll ever stop by again, hop on our stage and show us his moves. We never did really give them a time of day. Love and friendship. In a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Hashtag Percy Marry Me, oh well. Thanks to you, hashtag Percy Marry Me, oh well. My spirit is restored. My future is bright. At last I could say... Oh, I thought it said I have to pee, and I was about to click it. I'm truly happy. I'm happy. I'm finally truly happy with who I am and where I am. I fought hard for this and won it with great effort, but happiness is my reward. For this day and every day to come. Very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you for stopping in. That was very good. And I look forward to anything you guys have next. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very, very, very much. I was expecting to cry more at the end. Games that make me cry are good games. There's a post-credit scene? Okay. This is outrageous. I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello, hello, can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me. I am well aware of who you are. Good. Then you know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you. Whoever you are. True. If you were officially under arrest. Oh! She's that lady who grabbed the arcade machine from that one thing. Technically, this facility does not exist, neither do I. What? You can't do this. Didn't she buy the cursed game? Yeah, right? If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know more about tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically the 1981 playtests. The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Oh my god. Sinolotian's Pride and Joy. I don't know how to say that. You hosted secret playtests of that game. Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what help they'll be. Excuse me. I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to their locations. Exactly, against our authority. Sinolotian distributed the prototypes. And you're going to use all of your connections and all your leverage and every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back. Dun, dun, dun. Cute. I like it. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll back and forth in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you can use it in my future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Yeah. Yeah, baby. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. I look forward to anything you guys do. But for now, I think we're going to end it. Because we have couples night tonight. And I have to eat something or I'm going to die. You guys have a good one. Yeah? Aw. You guys have a great one. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciated it. I'm gonna have to think of another short game. Oh wait, no, we have a short game on record. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye!